What's up, everybody? We've got just 3 tonight, a strong 3. We are going to go into episode 5 of the Falcon Winter Soldier. I got my man Jem, Weapon Jem, the Butcher 105. Jem, what's going on tonight?
Nothing much. What's going on?
The Butcher, Jay, how's everything on your end?
Same stuff, man. Ready to chop it up about this episode. A lot of things.
I'm excited to get into this one. One thing I did want to say while everyone's there, if you guys haven't checked it out, my current Indiegogo campaign, Invincible Red Sonja number 2. Jem did Invincible Red Sonja number 1. I have a variant for Invincible Red Sonja number 2, and that link is right there in the chat. And do you guys have anything to say before we really get into this?
I'm ready to get into it.
I just want to say, I missed the last live, and I feel like that episode was a banger. I gave it a 9. You're going to put that on the list.
Got it on the list.
With your man gets killed, Johnny Walker, he loses it, he snaps, and with Captain America's shield, that was a crazy episode, man. So excited to talk about this one.
It's funny you say that. We all gave it 9s across the board, except for Matt. He went 9.2 because he's difficult. And it was the highest rated episode from all of us all season.
Yeah, that's easily the best episode so far. And until we'll talk about this one. But yeah, man, some cool stuff. And I think I was wrong. He wasn't already taking the serum, but he was already kind of losing it a little bit. And that really reminded me of I've been reading Brubaker's Cap run. And that's what happened with I think William Burnside. He was like the 50s Cap. And he was just kind of like losing it, man. And that's what Johnny Walker was doing. But then he took the serum. We talked about it on my stream too. On would you guys take the serum if the opportunity came?
Yes. Already took it.
So I noticed all of us, everyone in the chat was like, "Hell yeah!" So none of us have any honor or or whatever you want to call it.
I'll tell you, the serum enhances every part of you, right?
So if you're good, you're good, right?
Right.
The problem is if you're on the fence.
Yeah, that's the problem with me there.
I don't know if Jay should be taking that.
Yeah, double dose of some serum.
So, all right, let's get into episode 5. A lot of people I was reading the chat ahead of time. A lot of people were into this episode. I personally was back and forth. I was kind of just saying it had bookends. I thought it finished. Yep. It started strong and finished strong, and everything in the middle was but we will get to it. So let's open up. Probably one of the best openings since episode 1 with this one.
It just started with straight action, right?
Straight action. You got John Walker. He is running away from the crime scene, just like fuzzy in the head. He knows he's screwed up. Everything's running through his head. You have what's his name? His partner. All the conversations they were having, everything is kind of running together, and Sam and Bucky catch up to him, which we kind of assumed would happen, right?
Almost like Civil War style fight, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what it reminded me of.
Yeah, this may be the best fight scene, I thought, having them fight together against Walker, which we kind of saw this coming. This was inevitable, right? The two.
Well, first they start off talking, and
Sam asks for the shield.
Well, yeah, even before that, he's kind of like, yo, you messed up, man. Listen, you got to face the music. Like, it happened. Right. He's like, with your reputation, we could take care of this. Maybe you won't get in as much trouble. And then the conversation leads to, I'm going to need that shield. And once Sam says, I'm going to need the shield, he's like, oh, all you want is the shield. And
that's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's when it triggers the whole fight.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Walker, that serum is flowing through. My man held it down 2-on-1 against another super soldier and Sam, but can Sam really keep up with super soldiers? I don't know.
That's the thing. That's what I think every time he jumps in. I'm like, yo, be careful, Sam.
Yeah. Yeah.
Watch out. Walker rips the wings off of Sam's suit.
Yep.
So those joints gone.
We'll touch back on that a little bit later on.
Yeah, we will touch that. Actually, it's sooner than later. It's like literally the next scene.
Oh, is it?
So the wings are gone. Sam's suit is all messed up. Bucky ends up with the shield, drops it, and leaves it for Sam. Which
you know what? I thought that scene was awesome. It was like the light coming through the window, and you see Bucky holding the shield, and he just throws it down.
It's silhouette, right? You saw and because let's be honest, man. Even if Bucky wants it, he doesn't want it's Sam's.
Yep.
Straight up Sam Shield. And we learn in this episode too that Bucky knew what Cap was doing way back when. Bucky knew that he was going to give the shield to Sam. They talked about it. He says this.
I didn't catch that because I know we speculated on that.
Yeah. So actually, why can't I think of his name? But yeah. So Captain America and Winter Soldier, right? They've had the discussion. We've never seen it on camera, but he knew damn well that it was Sam's shield. Right. So then we go into the next scene, and Sam meets up with Torres, and lo and behold, Carly is missing. They can't find her. She's off the grid, and she's underground pretty deep. Can't find her.
Yeah, before that even happens, they talk about John Walker, and Torres pretty much says he's like, "Oh, it's a wrap for that guy." You know, he's finished. You know.
Yeah. Paul Holloway, thank you so much. $5 super chat. We now know Bucky is completely deprogrammed because the Winter Soldier would have handed Walker's ass to him quickness. 100% agree.
Yep. Did you catch that line with Torres though? Like, I guess when Sam was like, you hold on to the wings.
Yeah, I was just gonna get into that.
Yeah. So Sam leaves it for him. He takes the shield. Sam takes the shield, but he leaves Tori. Said, "You take them."
He goes, what are you going to do with these? You take them. And we called that from the beginning. Once we
episode
knew that,
1, we called that 5 minutes into episode 1.
Yeah, guys. And that book, Sam Wilson, Captain America number 3, number 5, and number 6 went absolutely insane that morning.
Again?
Again.
So they jumped.
It was kind of like the thing with Agatha. We knew it was Agatha the whole time, right?
So basically,
when they officially said it was Agatha,
here's how I'm going to break this down. This is now the second time something like this has happened, right?
Yep.
We knew Agatha, and we saw the jump in Agatha.
Yep.
Right? We saw it from WandaVision.
Absolutely.
Then it was official, and we saw the big jump. So let me ask you two guys, all right? You guys speculate. You have books. You read all of it. Are the people like us, the people in the chat, the people who are hardcore into comics, are they buying these books at that first hype, that first wave, that first speculation? And then is there a whole nother group of collectors that aren't in the know that are buying it at that second point, at that confirmation point?
So we did a video about a month before Falcon Winter Soldier dropped, and we put that book on our list because, Danny Garcia was an actor that was going to play a big role, and we kind of pieced it together that it was going to be Joaquin Torres. So when the first episode dropped, they say Lieutenant Torres, and it's known in the credits that it's Joaquin Torres. So, that book spiked then, right? Then we have this episode where he says he could keep the wings. So it spikes again. And I think this is going to be a hat trick because I think it's going to spike yet once again when you see him with those wings on and possibly that costume. So I think this book's going to grow 3 times.
So we haven't really talked too many books during Falcon Winter Soldier, but this may actually be a good buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, until we see him, right? And then whether or not it holds or it dips back down, I think it depends a lot on how they leave the character. Like White Vision and Scarlet Witch have been continually climbing afterwards because it's open-ended on if they're done or not, So now, does this move forward into movies where Sam is Cap and Torres is Falcon? Then it's a good time to get into now.
I think so.
Yeah, and they promised this kid a lot of roles. So
there you go. If he's going to be around contractually, then it's a no-brainer.
And what do you got? I mean, we've seen him on camera maybe 15 total minutes, 20 total minutes, but I kind of love him. I think he's great.
Yeah, after that first episode, you saw what he was all about. He got his butt handed to him.
He got his hands dirty.
Yeah, he got his hands dirty. I think, and he's a big fan. Just the way he watches, Sam fly around, he was like enamored with it. So I think he absolutely wants to be Falcon. And I think those books, man, and that number 5 is such a tough book to get in 9.8 because it's an all black book. So
that's hard.
It's going to be low on the census, and who would have thought to pick those books up? So
my man pulled a Kino from Ninja Turtles 2.
Yeah, he did.
Nicholas Pickle for the $5. Thank you very much. I finally made it when you guys are on live. Keep up these awesome
welcome.
reviews. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah, hit that thumbs up. Thank you, Reno. So again, Torres ends up with the suit. Sam takes the shield, which we knew this was happening just from the previews alone. The writing was on the wall. Sam needs the shield, right? Sam's going to be our next Captain America.
Yep.
Now we jump to, it looks like a trial, but it's not really a trial, or it may be a sentencing, but Walker's basically stripped of everything.
Right. That was rough, man.
That was tough. He was discharged, not honorably, not dishonorably, right? But he was
Just
discharged.
Yeah, lost all his benefits.
Yep. It made a lot of sense though, man. You made me this is not my fault. This is you guys are as responsible as I am.
Did he have a valid point? I don't know, because
I think so. Well, he took the serum, but they threw him into a position that he wasn't equipped to handle. Like Cap is a super soldier. You threw a regular Joe in there, and he wasn't able to, he was getting his ass whooped by everyone.
He was just a good soldier, was he not? That was.
But was he even a good soldier? He survived.
He definitely went through some stuff.
Yeah.
Him and Lamar talked about it, right? Like they lost a lot of people. They did some not so great things together.
Like it was questionable on what went down in Afghanistan, I think it was, right?
Yeah. And then these lines, man, I wrote these down. I thought it was important. Walker says, "I am Captain America," and his response, "Not anymore."
Yeah, he's unhinged.
Yeah, I don't know why does he think he deserves the title so much? He didn't earn it. They just gave it to him, and now they're taking it away the same as they gave it. So
I don't know. And they want the shield back.
They don't even know he don't have it.
He doesn't have it.
And he didn't say he didn't have it.
This is where we roll into the next big drop. The next huge character. And the books are flying. We've seen it. Enter Valentino Fontaine. And we'll get into this, Jay, because I'm going to let you talk about her a bit. But she knows he took the serum. She knows he doesn't have the shield. She makes it a point to say it is not the government's shield. I thought that was important because that may come back later.
Right? Because that's Stark's shield that he made for Cap.
Technically, it's Stark's shield.
And technically, it's Steve Rogers' shield, I guess, right?
Right.
Well, technically, it's Sam because Steve gave it to him.
It trickles down like that for sure.
Yeah. And then, of course, she says she will be in touch. We get her on screen for, was it even 60 seconds? And she made a big impact.
Before you say that, because it seems like you're hyped with that, I think a lot of people were let down that was the big Marvel Comics character reveal, that it was Elaine Bennis.
I was disappointed. I was disappointed.
A lot of people, Gary's the only one that was excited.
At the time, it was like, all right, whatever. We had so many cool theories talking about Jennifer Walters and all that. But the thing about this character, and Jay, I'm going to let you get into this. The thing that excited me about this character, not at that moment, not at that instant, but after watching the show and thinking about it, is she is going to have legs in the MCU. She's going to be around for a bit. This is not a one and done. This is not a two and done. This is not a three and done. I'm looking at a female Nick Fury right now in my eyes. That's what I feel like. So Jay, what do you got for everybody?
All right. So first of all, when I seen her, I was disappointed. And I'm going to be honest. That's Elaine. Like you see her, like Jim said, and it's Elaine's that's a character we always watch Seinfeld. So it's like, oh man, Elaine Bettis, like I think they could have casted someone a lot better. And that it let me down. But
I don't
anyway,
know. She delivered those lines though, No,
she did. It's just so hard to get past Elaine for me at least. I watch Seinfeld every night.
Either you guys watch Veep?
No, I can't get into it.
Oh, I've heard great things about that too. But go ahead.
So she comes in, and Contessa. We all know she's a love interest in Nick Fury in the comic books. Who later she's kind of like a triple agent. You think she's good, then she's bad, then she's good again, then she's bad. But what happens she turns into Madam Hydra. So I think this is the direction they're going in. I think Hydra is going to play an important role in the MCU. So she definitely has legs. I stayed up. I threw on Disney Plus at like 3 a.m. At 3:15, I went online. I bought a copy. Strange Tales 159. It was $100. It's like a 6570. I went back. I finished the episode. I woke back up. The book was up to like $500-$600. It was absolutely insane. But moving forward, guys, look out for Secret Warriors #2. That's where she first appears as Madam Hydra. And then I think the better book, though, is Secret Warriors #6, where it's revealed that Madam Hydra is Contessa. So she has, they said she was initially supposed to appear in Black Widow, maybe in a cutscene. Maybe she's building the Thunderbolts. Another book, Femforce, was her and Sharon Carter. So they could pull her in a whole different directions. She could be a Skrull. Who knows, guys? But right now we know we got Contessa. She pretty much looked like she was recruiting Walker. So we'll see where it goes from here.
And that it's funny you say that. Dave Cerrone just came in just as you were saying that. Valentina, thank you, Cerrone, for $5. Valentina Allegra de Fontaine has major Skrull connections in the comics. That's why she was there to plant the seed for the Secret Invasion story. Makes sense. Now $4.99 from Tom. Thank you, Tom. Cough? Not Madam Hydra. She will be only Viper / Power Broker. Is she the power? No, she's not the Power Broker. We got to assume the Power Broker's a male because Zemo has worked with him.
Yes, exactly.
And Wayne Watts, $5 super chat. Cap 110 is where it's at. Sick classic Steranko.
Yeah, Wayne, but that's not Contessa. That's another Madam Hydra. That's the original Madam Hydra. So I don't know if they're gonna go in that direction. But that is a sick Steranko cover.
Power Pack Comics thinks Sharon's a Skrull, which weren't we just talking about that off screen?
We were talking about something deeper than that, but we could get into that later.
So this was, again, was it, disappointing for that to be the big character? Probably. But again, this is going to have legs. And I think that's a lot what they meant, when they revealed like a big character was coming. I think this is a long-term character. I don't think she's going anywhere anytime soon. All right. Ready to keep going? Let's go. Bucky finds Zemo at the Sokovia monument.
Yep.
And he punks him a little bit. But Zemo wants Bucky to kill Carly. He says she's been radicalized. You know what to do. Sam's not going to do it. You have to do it. And Sam punks Zemo, points the gun, pulls the trigger, no bullets.
What was that all about, though? Right?
I don't know what that. I think he just wanted to see his reaction, what it would be.
Why though? Like I didn't get that.
I didn't get that. It's so funny you said that because when I watched the second time, I'm like, I don't get that.
That was a little extra for nothing.
Yep.
Joker Jack. This would make me so hyped. I'm waiting for Norman Osborn. But
I see all the Mystique comments, yo.
A lot of Mystique. Jem, you want to touch on that because we were talking about that too.
Yeah, the Mystique. It's the Mephisto of this series. That this is the big one that. They're saying that it could be Sharon Carter, could be Mystique, and that shit makes a lot of sense, man. First of all, Mystique's first appearance, she changes into two people. Contessa is one, Nick Fury is the other, and it definitely seems like everyone has been saying, "What's up with Sharon Carter? She's not acting like Sharon Carter. That's not some shit she would do. This is Steve Rogers' boo. She's acting more like how Mystique would act." Dealing in the black market, chilling in Madripoor.
Yep,
I would love that. Man. I think that would be more appropriate than Omega Red being the first mutant to appear in MCU.
So let me ask you this question then: if Sharon Carter is Mystique, if Sharon Carter is a Skrull, is Sharon Carter dead?
Who knows? And Mystique could be the power broker. Mystique could be changing into some dude if it is a guy.
That's possible. That's possible. Mystique, doesn't Mystique also roll into Rogue's first appearance?
She's her
Captain Marvel,
foster mother or something.
Miss Marvel, something like that.
Her first appearance is in a Miss Marvel book. I think it's 19.
Yeah, it's 17. I think I have it right here.
Yeah, there's a couple, right? That's
it's like her 19. First appearance, then her first appearance when she like changes in blue, to herself. All right.
Hold on. But so it would be confusing to have the Skrulls who shapeshift and then Mystique as well. The Skrull thing makes more sense. Remember, that was the post-credit scene in WandaVision. So it would make more sense to be a Skrull. Sharon could be a Skrull. That would actually make more sense, to be honest, now that I'm reading the comments and thinking about it. But I guess we just want these mutants pretty bad.
And like I was talking to Matt about it. How many times are Marvel and these shows going to pull that card where now this person's a Skrull. Oh, now that
they could go back to Thaddeus Ross was a Skrull. Like anything. That's the thing that sucks about Skrulls. Like you could retcon anything basically. Like, look
$4.99
how they
super
did
chat.
in the Snyderverse with your boy Martian Manhunter.
Michael the Beast Benson Comics is Sharon Mephisto. Loving the spec game on these shows, guys. Thank you, Michael.
Scrolls makes the most sense, but they're kind of maybe the Mystique thing makes sense too, but it's a little bit more of a reach.
You know why I like the Mystique thing? And like, I don't want to get back into the Mephisto game, but just being in Madripoor, I think that's clutch right there.
Why are the Scrolls hanging out in Madripoor, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we are going to talk at the end of this episode when we finally finish. We are going to talk about what we think, and remind me at the end what we think's happening in the finale and where are they taking the show.
Okay.
All right. Just like WandaVision, the boys were taken away, right? We're teasing wherever they are, and also Secret Invasion. So we're going to talk about that at the end of this episode, because by the end of next episode, we'll already know.
Wait, so going back to Zemo real quick,
yeah.
So they take him away. He's going to the raft, right?
Yep.
So he wasn't. So in the comic books, we all know what the raft is. It's where like they hold super villains or villains that, diabolical people.
It's Marvel's Arkham.
Right, exactly. As opposed to this German prison when he was in. Could they be setting him up to maybe build the Thunderbolts in that prison? That's a whole nother thing. We have not seen the last of Zemo. 100%.
No way.
He's going to be around. He's obviously a fan favorite, so that guy's going to be around. He played a great part, and we all know Zemo in the comic books bounces around. He battles all different types of people. So I'm excited to see what happens with him.
So Reno's Comics, Thunderbolt Ross is the power broker. That's kind of what I'm starting to hope for. That's what I'm hoping for. I want Thunderbolt Ross as the power broker. He puts the Thunderbolts together. Zemo's involved. I don't know if Elaine is, but that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, like you said, Bucky, the Wakandans take Zemo, and he asks for one more favor. And this I thought was important too. I don't know if you guys picked up on this. They basically tell Bucky, don't come back to Wakanda for a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, like, was he going to go back anyway?
I don't think so.
And that's probably from breaking him out of prison and working with him,
Yeah.
And what about when Bucky was making eyes at Sam's sister too?
Oh, we're going to get to that.
Because like my man becomes the white wolf. Now he don't know how to act.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's an animal again. Come on. Fallen Hero, $5 super chat. Thank you. Thanks, Jay. Secret Warriors on eBay are literally being sniped as I'm looking at them for defects. So they're selling quick, guys.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like, if you want to invest in these books, you got to watch it at 3 a.m, or if you're in the West Coast, midnight, because those books, once you wake up, it's a wrap. The books are, you'll see like 40 sold.
Yep. You got midnight on the West Coast, 3 a.m. on the East Coast, and the books are going that quick. So it's tough. All right, now we're going back to Sam now. So we see where Bucky went, because they ended up splitting up. So Bucky goes to Sokovia. Boom, Zemo's gone. He called the Wakandans. There he goes. Now we're going to go follow Sam. And Sam goes back to talk to Isaiah. And Isaiah, basically, we get his origin story. We didn't know much. Now we know a lot more. He was given the serum. He was lied to. A lot of guys were. They told him it was a tetanus shot, basically. People started dying off, right? He says some of the guys started dying off, and then others were actually captured. And he heard through the grapevine that they were going to take out the POW camp, basically, so these guys can't be experimented on. That's what I assumed, right? Mm-hmm. What happens is Isaiah breaks out, or he leaves. He goes and rescues everybody. When he comes back, he basically gets arrested. Everyone else dies off or is killed, spends 30 years in jail, and he's experimented like crazy. He finds out that his wife has been writing letters to him, and he has one nurse that really likes him, breaks him out by letting everyone know he died, right? She tells everybody he died, and she's also the same nurse that gives him all the letters that he never received from his wife.
And you know what I liked about that? It gave the backstory on why he don't want people coming to his house, why he don't want people talking to him. Yeah. But let's rewind a little bit even more, because we see his grandson again, and I think that's clutch, because he's not done, guys. He's going to be in the Young Avengers if they build that. So to show him playing ball out on the street and Sam have a conversation with him, I think that was a nice little tidbit.
They keep showing him for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Emerald Knight, Truth, Red, White, and Blue. Red, White, and Black. Number 1 is on fire right now.
Yep.
And then he says they won't make a black man Captain America, and Sam thinks about it. But
He's kind of like, I think they will.
yeah, Sam's like, things are different now.
Well,
But
I think the thing with Sam took into consideration what Isaiah Bradley was saying and wants to change that mold.
100%. He definitely thought about it.
Yeah,
and he went to bat. He went to bat hard for Cap.
Yeah, he wants to change that for Isaiah because to get
show
out of
him that we can change.
It almost seems like everything you're telling me is the reason why I need to be Captain America.
Right, exactly, to change it.
Yeah, and we were going to touch on that a little bit later. So now we also find out, and I thought this was important because we've talked about stuff like this before, how the writing is a little spotty in the storytelling, but Sam says, I believe to Sarah, that they've been benched by the government. They're done. They're off the case. And I thought that was important because there's been holes. There's been a lot of holes. So they're fixing up the boat. Bucky shows up and he drops off a very large briefcase. He says, I had to call in a favor from the Wakandans. We're going to talk about the briefcase at the end.
Okay.
And then Bucky starts flirting with Sam's sister, breaking all types of codes. And
Guy code gets broke.
Can't do that.
Yeah, can't do that.
That's a no-no where I grew up.
Can't do that. And then he stays and fixes the boat with him. And this is as much as I did enjoy the episode, I thought there were 2 major scenes that took way too long. This was one of them. It just seemed to be like forever. They're trying to fix the boat. And then there's another one later, which I'll talk about. So,
well, you know what I liked about this scene, Gary? It's Sam, Sam and Bucky talking, and Sam basically tells him, you got to clear up your name and go through
that's
that
later.
And
that's later because we're going to talk about that's when they're practicing with the shield.
Yep.
Because that was really important.
But I think they were just trying to show that the relationship has got stronger because prior to the show, Bucky was texting, or somebody was texting somebody, and they weren't hitting them back, right? So now it's like, okay, now we're working together. I'm looking at your sister and all this stuff.
That's a Civil War too, right there.
Yeah, exactly.
The next movie. That's going to be season 2. All right, so we see all this, and like you said, we see the relationship between Sam and Bucky grow because they were. I don't know if they were really at odds. They were still boys, but now you really see them like down and dirty working together on like real life stuff, not just working.
Right.
Together.
I guess that's what they're showing, right?
Yeah. Now let's move over to, and we're blowing through this episode, which is good because we have a lot to talk about at the end. Now we go to Walker. We see Walker talking to Lamar's family, and he lies to them.
Yeah, he lies. He
tells them that he killed the person that killed Lamar, which we all know is not true. Carly actually kills Lamar. Instead, this random dude gets killed by Walker, but they believe him, of course. And when he leaves, he sees the Cap sign, right? Or the picture. John Walker is Cap, or Cap is back, all this. And I think it bothers him. What do you guys think?
Yeah, he's unhinged, man. He's lying to his best friends. I think the sister kind of looked at him like, yeah, I don't know about this guy.
Didn't she look like not?
Yeah, because the mom and dad loved him, obviously. The mom's like, oh, all he did was talk about you. And the sister kind of just gives him, a shady look like she knows the deal.
Completely opposite of the look that Sam's sister gave Bucky.
Right. Yep.
We're on
exactly.
Sam's sister gave him the look.
Yeah. Sam's sister gave him the look.
Yeah, man.
Lamar's sister gave John the look, but a little different look. All right, let's move on. And then now here comes the next scene. And this is important. And I know you guys, we were talking about this earlier. The Sharon Carter scene, the only little scene she's in this episode. And she's on the phone with someone. And the quote is, I can give you double this time. So let me ask you. Number one, we have to assume she's talking to Batroc because he's speaking French, I think. You can hear or something on the other end.
Well, she says that I broke, you'd be sitting in that Algerian prison. And that's him.
So she says, I can give you double this time. Was she the one when this show began? Sam's little mission, and he's there. Is she the one funding that little mission? Or is she the one who's paying him way back in Winter Soldier?
I think it goes back to the opening scene of episode 1.
That sounds like something Mystique would do.
Yeah, for real.
It's going to be Mephisto and Mystique. Who's coming first? So that was important. So we have to assume that I'm hoping that all this does come up next episode. We only have one episode left, and I hope the Sharon stuff comes forward, Batroc, all this comes forward, the Power Broker, all of this comes forward. And I think it will, because we'll talk about this in a minute, what Carly, the Flag Smashers do. So I think the Power Broker may come forward, but we'll see.
Now, so a lot of people in the chat are asking, what's the motive of the Flag Smashers? Now, wasn't it said that during the blip, everybody was able to cross borders and mingle in other countries, and then when everybody came back, they were forced out of whatever country they were in? A lot of like
refugee camps they were at. They were all forced out.
Right.
I think that's a big part of it.
Right.
She just wants people, things to go back to the way it was. And this organization, the what is it, the GRC? Right. Yeah, the GRC is they're at the forefront. They're the ones making all the changes. Does that sound right?
Yeah. Basically.
Okay, cool. Now, next scene, Sam and Bucky are having like the heart-to-heart. This is what you were talking about, Jay.
Yep.
They're practicing with the shield, and they both kind of help each other out.
It's like they were throwing a football together,
Right.
Yeah, they were throwing the football. They were throwing the baseball. They were throwing the shield.
And he's, Bucky goes through his demons and stuff, and Sam says, well, you got to make everything right, which goes back to what's going to happen now with like Sam's best friend, the old guy. The old guy.
Dude.
Yeah. What's going to
He's got to tell him, your son that you have a shrine to for decades, I killed him. And I was hanging out with you, drinking with you for however long.
Yep.
That's going to be a tough convo, man.
Yeah. Like I'm waiting to see him again. And I guess, that pretty much verified that we may see him in that last episode, because they can't leave that undone. They got to close that.
There's a lot to uncover next episode. I think there's a lot of story to close up. Hopefully they do close it all up. But and this is what happens. All right, Sam and Bucky, they do have the good talk, and Bucky heads out. And let's assume Bucky's going home. Maybe he is going to right the wrongs, or at least fix the one dude who we met.
He's going right to homeboy for sure.
He is. Sam's kind of talked him into it. I think it was something like, Bucky said, I got 12 names in this book. And he's like, all right, that's cool. We'll just start with one.
Yep.
He's going to go. Yeah. We only met one. So he's probably going to
go to one. And then something's going to happen where he's called back because John Walker's trying to be Tony Stark in the shop making that shield.
Yeah, right. Wayne Watts, $5 super chat. Thank you again, Wayne. Walker killing who killed Lamar as a metaphor caused. He killed him, leading him into a bad situation, and he knows he's transforming into something different. He's definitely... Well, I think he was already becoming unhinged without the serum. I think the serum just sped up the process.
Yeah. And it just took what was bad and made it worse.
Yeah, it exaggerated basically everything, right?
It did what it was supposed to do.
It did what it was supposed to do. We know it works. So in this same kind of little time period of the episode when Sam and Bucky have the talk and Bucky leaves, then Sam and Sarah start talking. And this was an important scene because basically Sam says, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take over the shrine. I'm going to become Captain America. I'm going to take the mantle. And because he was obviously torn, and Sarah actually said, like, don't let Isaiah make your mind up for you. Don't let him change your mind if you're looking to do something. And then we get the Rocky style montage.
Yep.
And, I thought at some point he was going to run and hug someone on the beach and all that, but
getting strong now.
Yeah. That's all I could see. But, he's going to be fine, but I get a little nervous for Sam. He is not a super soldier.
Yeah, but he's got a little briefcase of something that's going to help him out.
I can't wait to get into that.
We're going to get into that.
Because look, Sam has showed he can hold his own in a fight with the help of his backpack, He
can, right.
Little rocket.
So now we go to the next scene, and Carly is starting this movement against the GRC during the vote. The lights go out, or they're negotiating, the GRC. Everybody's negotiating about moving refugees, not moving refugees. We have, it's a whole big thing. And the The GRC rolls up in there, or the Flag Smashers roll up in there. Lights go red, TVs go out, and that's the end of that scene. Now we hop back to Sam. Sam opens the briefcase. So before I think you got, well, I want to hear what you guys think's in there. I'm going to go first, and I can be totally wrong. Is he not opening that briefcase and he still has his suit? He has a brand new suit from Wakanda, including the wings, but it's the red, white, and blue.
Yep. 100% vibranium wing.
Yeah. I thought it was the same thing that was in the briefcase from Pulp Fiction.
I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be it.
Nobody knows.
I think he's going to be dressed in the red, white, and blue Falcon suit with the shield.
I like what Jackson said. It was a very Gary mystery box.
That's what it is.
I mean, I think it's
a 9.8 slab in there.
At the minimum, it's Wakandan vibranium wings, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not it's a Cap Falcon suit from, what is it, Captain America 25? Is it his traditional red and white? Maybe. I'm leaning more towards a Captain America Falcon suit.
Yep.
That's
well, really, to be honest, I think it's only wings. But if it does have more and it's that suit, I would think it would be more of a Captain America suit than a Falcon suit.
I'll tell you right now, if it's a suit and it's made of vibranium and he's still rocking the shield, so he's got vibranium from head to toe and the wings, I'm feeling a lot better about Sam going into.
No, he's holding it down at that point.
Yeah, that just means you could take a worse beating.
That's
it. Don't mean you could give one. You could take.
No,
one.
He can though, but he has moves.
Yeah, he does. He does.
He knows how to fight with those wings.
Yeah,
we've seen that.
He's still throwing kicks, and he's trained.
He's trained and he's jacked. He's a big dude. He's an athlete. Right. He's I don't know if he's Marine or Army. I don't know if they ever really said he's military trained. I mean, they're not going to show you a montage like that if he's just not going to hold his own. But I'm still saying a vibranium suit, wings, everything, red, white, and blue with the shield. He's going to come out looking great. I think it's Cap 26, right? Is it Cap?
I thought it was 25, but maybe
25. Yeah, I thought it was 25.
He's gonna be looking good, and he's gonna hold his own. So so we all agree that's what we think's in there.
I think it's still wings too, because I mean, when he's Cap, he still has the Falcon wings in the comics, right? He's both.
Yep. He's both exactly.
Yeah, suit and all. I think it's everything. It's the gear to match his shield. And then we get our first end credit scene, just like WandaVision, the second to last episode, right?
Yeah.
We see John Walker, Metal Master over there, making a new shield.
Yeah, he got that shit from Wish. It looked terrible.
It actually looks like it's going to break as
horrible. All right, I'm going to have some issues.
He got that trash can shield.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, you got to do the trash can top.
I'm going to have some issues if this shield holds its own while Sam's throwing a vibranium one at him.
That thing got to shred it like paper.
It's got to, right?
I'm hoping that's what it does, you know?
It has to. So, Bloop is saying there was 3 end credit scenes with Wanda. There might have been. So,
this is the first one for Falcon Winter Soldier, right?
First one for Falcon Winter Soldier. Wesley's Comic Collection. John Walker's making his cosplay.
Yeah, seriously.
So that's the whole episode.
I like Zachary Ortiz comment. No way that case doesn't have wings. Like that's what I'm saying.
100% wings. Yep.
It's got to be I think it's everything, right?
I mean, they deliberately showed his other wings getting destroyed, you know, but Torres is going to fix them and he's going to strap them on. That's what I'm saying is going to happen.
He's getting that upgrade. You know, in like video games, when you get the upgrade, you get rid of the old stuff, you get the new one.
Or like every Batman movie from like the Schumacher films. Like,
it's literally the same exact thing, just a new coat of paint.
Yeah.
This one's like got vibranium, so we're good.
That's it.
All right. So let me ask you guys, before we get into our, I don't know if predictions or assumptions, whatever you want to call, what are you guys giving? I'm going to start with Jem. Jem, what are you giving this episode? Because I felt like the middle was a little lackluster.
Yeah.
But I love the ending and I love the beginning.
So I'm taking it back a notch from the prior episode. I'm going to give it an 8. I think it's back down. It wasn't as good as episode 4. It was still a good episode, though, but it wasn't as good. So I'm giving an 8.
Hold on, Jay. James Lynn with that $5 super chat. Thank you, James. Walker has 3 medals of honor. Anyone who has seen that much combat has some serious PTSD. That's probably what's going on here.
Yeah.
Definitely some PTSD. And maybe the serum's exaggerating it.
And again, you heard
I think it's a pride issue too right now.
Oh, it
he
definitely
got his ass whooped by everyone, and I think they made it a point for him to talk with. I always forget his name, the guy who died.
Lamar
Battlestar.
Hoskins.
Lamar.
Battlestar, right?
Yeah.
He made it a point to like say, "Listen, we got medals for that, but like, did we really deserve the medals?" Like,
Yep.
Oh, this was important too, Jay. Before you give us your score, Zemo does say he scratched his name off of Bucky's book.
Right. I caught that too. Yep.
So he doesn't have to go apologize to Zemo. So, all right, Jay, what do you got for this one?
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with 7.5. Only cause the middle, and I was so disappointed with Elaine, dude. I'm not even.
Oh God, see, I'm not upset about Elaine.
No, you know what? I just wish there was another. She could prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably gonna get roasted in the comments, but it's just Elaine to me. It's like, oh God, it's Elaine. I thought she was gonna start the dance. You know, but the beginning started off absolutely insane. You know what? I'll go an 8. I already
wrote it down, man.
A lot of stuff happened. Torres got the wings. That was the highlight of the episode for me, to be honest with you, because I've been waiting for that. I don't know how they're all gonna wrap. I have a feeling the last episode is gonna be rushed, man. I don't know how they're gonna wrap everything up. And how is it longer or no? Is it an hour?
Been like what? They've been like 60 minutes. Some of them.
Her name is Margot. Uncanny swag. Margot. I'm going 7.5, Jay. You had me at 7.5. I thought we were the same. I'm going a little bit, definitely not as good as last week's episode. I don't know. I've been a little ho-hum on this whole series. I guess I sound enthusiastic, but
I think it's definitely had a lot of dull moments. I mean, overall, I'm enjoying it. I'm loving that we're getting MCU content that it's not like other comic book TV shows. Like even like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was not as high quality as the movies, but I feel like these WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier are like matching MCU movie quality.
All right. Well, here's something I'm gonna compliment you on this, or compliment what you just said. It is nice getting MCU content. And it is really enjoyable knowing we're getting it week in and week out. Even if it just is 40 minutes to an hour, and even if it's not the best episode, each episode, it is pretty cool looking forward to it. Like, all right, we got another one. And we're going to be getting Loki soon, and that's coming in right before Black Widow, correct? Does it run into Black Widow?
I think it may run into Black Widow.
So that'll
I'm
be
even looking forward to that now. Like, let's get it, you know?
Yeah. So let's talk about this quickly. What are we going to see next episode? What is going to spin off from this? Are we going to see another Secret Invasion tease? Are we going to get a Thunderbolt tease? Are we going to find out who the power broker is? What do you guys think? Jem, what do you think we're getting next episode?
Yeah, I mean, they tease Skrulls for no reason in WandaVision. So it might be all of these are leading up to Secret Invasion, which we already know is coming. So besides the obvious, Falcon gets the new wings, possibly vibranium suit that doesn't look like vibranium, and definitely has the showdown with John Walker. It can't be Bucky. It's got to be the new Cap, the true Cap, taking down the false Cap, right? So yeah, I definitely think Secret Wars Mystique is a stretch. It will be nice, but I don't think you need a shapeshifter pulling the strings when it could be just a Skrull, which they're already really trying to introduce, you know?
If it's either. It could just be this Madam Hydra connection. It could be the Thunderbolt.
It could be, but it sounds to me like I think it could be Skrulls are behind the power broker. They're behind. It's probably the same person posing as Sharon Carter, posing as whoever the power broker is, and pulling the strings behind the scenes.
All right. Do we see the power broker, Jem?
I think we see it. Somebody we don't know, and then they change into a Skrull.
Jay, do we see the power broker?
I don't think we see them, but I think it's revealed who they are.
Okay. Next question. Jem, do we find out Sharon Carter's intentions?
I think she's a Skrull. Yes.
You think she's a Skrull? Jay, what do you think?
I don't know. I don't think she's a Skrull. I don't know what her. I'm lost on that. I don't know enough. I don't want to be wrong, but I don't think she's
wrong. Take a shot in the dark. It's all right. Nobody will hold you to it. Nobody watches this. Don't worry.
I honestly don't know her intentions. Obviously, she set everything up with Carly and gave him those, weapons of mass destruction. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited to see.
Do we find out?
I think we have to find out. That's what I'm saying before. There's so much to wrap up.
There's a lot.
In one episode. They got, the minor stuff, Bucky and the old man. They got so much to.
Well, okay, that's a 15-minute scene. Okay, boom, we got 45 minutes now.
Yeah, but then
I think it's
there's John Walker, there's Carly, there's Bucky. Where does he go?
Yeah, how does Carly get resolved? Does Walker kill her or something? Something happens to her. She's not
Walker even does. Okay, all right. Here's a good one. Let me ask you guys.
Does she die trying to save Sam? Because they had a little bit of a connection.
Well, let me ask everybody watching here: Is Walker's intention towards Sam and Bucky or towards Carly? Because I want to say it's towards Carly, but that last interaction with Sam and Bucky, like where is he going right now? And does Elaine call him? Do we see that conversation?
Yeah, I think we see that. And I seen Omar in the chat. I think she's a great actress. It's just so hard to get past that.
Does she hook him up with a U.S. agent fit?
Oh,
does she call him? You're not Captain America. You're the U.S. agent.
Look,
yeah,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think a lot happens. I think Walker knows that he needs redemption and he needs to kill Carly just for himself because of what happened with Battlestar. Obviously, Sam's going to get in the way of that.
The chat is split. I'm seeing Carly and I'm seeing Sam and Bucky. So
I think it's going to be both. I think it's just going to be an all-out battle scene, and then that's when I think Torres is going to fly in and help them.
Yeah,
soon.
I could see Walker killing Carly. Sam gets pissed, and maybe that's what starts that end battle.
Yeah, we don't need Carly.
No, and he's out for blood because he knows he's lying because he still hasn't got redemption for Battlestar. You know what I'm saying? So he's still got to get rid of her for killing his boy.
Mm-hmm.
So he's target. Okay. Do you think we're gonna see Torres with the wings already? Because I don't.
I think he swoops in.
I think so. Yep.
He maybe even has Red Wing with him. Who knows?
I think Bucky and Sam take a little bit. Well, is Bucky even still around, or did he leave?
Maybe Bucky's not in the final fight.
He's going to make amends right now.
Yeah, he's going. It might just be Sam, and if that's the case, if Sam's getting one handed to him, you might just see Torres fly in, man.
No, they teased it too much already, man, to have Torres not come through.
I don't know. I think it would be Bucky over Torres only because he's done it already. He's helped him out.
Too much. See, it's too easy with Bucky because Bucky is a super soldier as well, and then you have Sam and Bucky versus Walker. That's not really a fair fight. They already whooped his ass.
All right. Does Bucky walk out of here alive? Not Bucky. I'm sorry. Walker. Are we going to continue to see Walker? Is he part of the Thunderbolts? Are we going to see him in the future, or is he?
How long is Homeboy's contract?
Yeah, I think we see him.
To me, I could go either way. I don't think you need him moving forward. Yeah, if they do a Thunderbolts, but what is this going to be? A Thunderbolts show? Is it a movie?
Show.
I
would say show. Are we going
to? Why kill him when you could use him later, right?
Yeah, I think you're going to start seeing less and less characters die.
Yeah, I look at Uncanny Swag. Walker goes to the raft. That's the easiest thing, especially someplace that Thaddeus has control of, right?
Yep.
Well, Walker goes to the raft.
That might be the end credit scene.
I like that. Walker's at the raft. Here you go. You ready? Walker's at the raft. Zemo's at the raft. Thunderbolt Ross and Elaine walk up.
Yes.
Just like Nick Fury did with Cap.
Yep.
Could be that. We could be seeing it.
Yeah.
I'm putting a team together. Right? It could literally be the same lines.
They should even have the same everything.
It was Iron Man, right? I apologize. It was Iron Man.
Civil War, I think. No,
I thought it was Iron Man 1.
When we see the raft?
No, when we see Fury walk in and say, "I'm putting a team together," and it says the Avengers Initiative. Doesn't he throw a folder to or something like that?
Yeah, but no, I'm thinking it's more of like the scene where they get Sam out of jail, right?
Oh, they walk up. Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be. There's a lot. Look, there's a lot to cover, man. There's a lot.
It's gonna be an action-packed show.
I think this is going to be a really good season finale, and I do think it's going to be the best episode of the season.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else?
We're gonna miss it. Oh, actually, you know what? I got to wake up early that morning to watch it.
Are you coming on next week? Because I know we're gonna be in New Hampshire Friday.
When are we doing it? Are we doing it Friday
Saturday night?
I'll be in no shape.
You can do it Friday night. Still good.
I don't know if we'll be able to pull it off. I won't even have any type of internet connection.
What about Sunday then? I guess right.
Sunday could work.
We could do it Sunday.
Yeah, it could be a longer episode. Does anybody actually know the runtime? Someone say maybe Gene's saying maybe it's 90 minutes. Who knows?
It could be. Look at this. Look at this idiot. He's a buddy of mine. Walker kills Bucky. He's not going. Bucky's not going anywhere. All right. So I was talking about. Thank you, Prince Zodiac. Gary, you're talking about Iron Man 1. Yeah, that could happen with the Thunderbolts.
Abomination at the raft. I heard some rumors that they wanted that Abomination's still in play, right? Weren't they talking about that guy?
I thought I heard that too. So, all right. Oh, Disney Plus says 60 minutes. There you go. Another hour episode. But
so they got no time for filler bullshit.
No, they need to fill that 60 minutes.
The filler's going to be Bucky with the old man, to be real.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be the filler. That's the only filler we have. I honestly don't want to see Carly moving forward. I hope she perishes because...
Well, that's another thing that has to be addressed.
I'm telling you, Walker kills her. He goes full-blown crazy, and then Sam and him battle it out. And then Torres swoops in with the assist.
And Walker ends up on the raft.
Yeah. And
what are the end credit scenes? What end credit scenes are you guys thinking?
This stuff writes itself.
Yeah, I could see that type of end credit scene.
Yeah.
I think the end credit scene's on the raft. At least
I think we got the whole episode, to be honest. Like,
we'll
see how it plays out.
We need to watch it.
You heard it here first.
Are we gonna see a Skrull next week?
Easily. Yo, that's gonna be the common theme, I think, throughout all these Disney Plus shows until you get Secret Invasion. Why? Because why did they make it a point to show us that in WandaVision? It had nothing to do with the whole series, you know?
Yeah.
And who was it? This was somebody that debriefed Captain Marvel. And who did they debrief?
Monica
Rambeau.
Yeah, Rambeau. Yeah, exactly. So they debriefed her as a Skrull. Yeah, I think we're going to see something that ties in with that.
She's going up to space where
Fury
is.
And that's what it makes sense about what's her name again? Contessa, that she's like the Fury now because he's in space.
Yeah, but in WandaVision it was like a minor character like that really wasn't anyone that was,
it was nobody.
Yeah, could it be like that? Or are they going to make a major character a Skrull? I don't know.
It could be. I think it's just going to be like those are going to tie in more so than they tie into the actual shows that they're in. You know what I'm saying?
Are we going to see? Here's one. I think we're going to end up seeing, and this is going to be across Disney Plus, and I'm talking like 2 years from now. Are we going to see a Young Avengers versus the Thunderbolts?
That could be leading up.
They got the seeds planted.
Yeah, they're setting both up. You see it?
Yep.
Young Avengers. It all just depends on how things are going, and it looks like it's being successful. So the more success will bring sequels.
Yo, Doug Bratton. See, I talked about this. I talked about does Chris Evans show up as old Cap?
And how about they even mention something like, well, Steve's gone. Steve's gone. How so?
He's not gone.
Right.
Unless he died over the last, 4 months after the blip now?
It's just implied that he's dead because he was old in Endgame?
He's still there.
Joffrey saying Steve talks to Bucky and Sam. Yeah, I mean, is he on the ship with Fury? He's old, right? So Peggy's gone. He's got to be doing something in his retirement,
He's a consultant.
That's it.
Yo, for real though. That's Commander America right there.
We just got to watch it. We just got to watch it and see, man. I'm excited to watch it.
1 week from today. I don't know if we're going to do this Saturday night. We can't do it Friday night because we're going to have terrible internet. Everyone makes fun of my internet and it's crappy, but we're going to be in a hotel.
Yeah. Gary, you don't want me on his show at a hotel partying on a Friday night.
No.
That's for damn sure.
So it's either we come home and we do it on Saturday night after the show, or we do it Sunday night. We'll figure it out next week.
Yeah, we got to see what time we leave the show. We might not be back in time.
I don't know. I'm trying to get out of there kind of early. Not early, but 3. I don't know. Anyway, Jem, what do you got coming up next week? Anything big? Anything we need to know about?
What's going on big? So not really, man. We got Mortal Kombat coming out on Friday. I'm doing a live stream with the Comic Historian on Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern, so that should be interesting. And new comic book day reviews, same shit.
There you go. Jay, what's up with Pressable Defects? Because I know we're doing big stuff next week.
Yeah, so we got new comic book day coming out Tuesday.
It's a thin week, right?
Yeah, we got our Defect Spec show coming out Thursday. We'll be teaming up with Erod. We'll be doing it half on our channel, half on his. Some books to pick up, guys. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe. And then Friday, guys, we're heading out to New Hampshire for the Little Giant old school comic book show. We're pretty much going to blog everything. It's going to be a fun ride. We'll be going live from IG. We'll be filming on behalf of CBSI, the setup, interviewing all different artists, writers, and vendors, talking to customers, hanging out with everybody in the community. So super excited to get out there. It's probably like the first major con we went, well, not major, but big show we went to where we'll see a bunch of people in the community. So I'm super excited for that.
I'm going to say it's like a C-level con. And then like B-level, I would think like is Terrificon.
Yeah, I agree. It's a show. It's a show. It's not even a con.
It's not going to be huge, but we're going to get out there. We're going to see some books. We're going to buy some books. We're going to meet people.
We got some books with targeting. Gary's going to talk about that, right, Gary?
Yeah, so next week, well, first, let me talk about this. Again, my Indiegogo campaign. Jem just finished Invincible Red Sonja #1, and I got this coming in the chat. Invincible Red Sonja #2.
I told you, Defects need issue 3 a variant, yo.
Yeah, I was saying, if you guys get 3 and then Jem gets 4, I get 5 and you get 6. It's a 6-issue run. Everyone gets 2. And so that I appreciate, support the campaign, support that. And I don't know what I'm putting out tomorrow. Wednesday is a CBSI top 10 video, but Friday's video, like Jay was saying, this is a good one. Friday's video, Jay, Matt, and myself, we talk about 3 books we're each targeting at the show. And that'll come out Friday. So that'll be really cool. And why? 3 books we're targeting and why. So you get 9 books. Actually, a couple of us targeting the same book. Yeah. I don't know if Matt and Jay talked about that, but you guys targeted 1 book the same.
Oh, yeah. You know what? When I told him my books, he's like, oh, you bastard.
That's all right. But that's it from us, guys. Next week, the finale, the final episode of Falcon Winter Soldier. I want to thank everybody for being here in the chat. You guys were like super interactive. And thank you for backing the campaign. It wouldn't be doing anything if it wasn't for you guys. And Jem and Jay, thank you for coming on again. We got 1 more of these. And then while we still got people in here, Jem, you want to talk quick about Loki? Just real quick?
Yeah, man. We're going to be taking this show over to my channel for Loki. Very Gary, Pressable Defects. Plus, I'm going to have some other guests that are going to be coming through, whether they want to come every night or whether we have people coming in. But I'm going to have some other guests that'll join us. And yeah, man, it's going to be the same type of shit, except I got to pay way more attention. I'll probably have to watch the episode twice and do Gary's play-by-play because I don't want to look dumb. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about. So you'll see some familiar faces on there. I got 2 people rounded up, and I got to see if I could come up with anyone else that wants to come through. And what was I going to say? I lost it. All right, yeah. So anyway, Loki on my channel, which is what, June 11th, I think it starts?
I don't know.
Yeah. We got some.
Is it 11th?
And then, it'll probably be similar, maybe Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, depending on everyone's schedule, So, this is all I do from now on. So
God
bless on you guys to show up.
God bless.
Yes. Wayne Watts with that $5 super chat. Do we see a Steve and Isaiah scene next or moving forward? I don't know if it's needed, but it would be neat.
If Steve's alive,
Steve doesn't know about Isaiah. Didn't we learn that?
Steve does know or doesn't?
Yeah.
He doesn't. Bucky said Steve doesn't know about Isaiah. So I don't think we're going to get that.
Unless Bucky tells him, like, maybe Bucky does talk to Steve,
On the yeah, they probably do. But all right, that's it from us. Thank you guys, everybody. And again, thank you to you 2 guys hanging out with me tonight. Next week, I'll be posting on Instagram when we exactly figure out the time and date. It's either going to be Saturday night or Sunday night, probably 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll figure it all out as the week comes on. And if you guys are heading up to New Hampshire, say hello. Me, Jay, Matt, we'll all be up there. And that's it. Have a great night, everybody.